House Bill 419 is a change to the statute that governs who is able to own properties tenants by the entirety. I'm a real estate attorney in Northern Virginia. I do real estate settlements for a living all day, every day. I get quite a few clients who've been married in other states and they want advice on how they should take title of their property. Frequently they ask that their property be titled as tenants by the entirety. Because a married couple, typically in Virginia, wants the whole property as tenants by the entirety with a common law right of survivorship. That gives them two important things. Tenants by the entirety with the common law right of survivorship means that when you die, your spouse automatically owns your real property. It's got the survivorship, it's automatic, you don't need to go through probate, you don't need to file any papers, you don't need to amend any paperwork, you own, the surviving spouse automatically owns the property. It also gives you enhanced creditor protection. So when property is held as tenants by the entirety, only joint creditors of the property owner can attach a lien to that property. So if you've got a husband who's got gets in a car accident, there's a judgment that exceeds what the insurance will pay, he gets a judgment personally against him personally, that won't attach to his marital property because he owns that property as tenants by the entirety. So they get to keep their marital home. The innocent spouse isn't tied up in his lawsuit or his judgment. So what this bill seeks to do is to make it clear that all married couples are entitled to hold their property as tenants by the entirety. The code currently says husbands and wives. A number of states, including Maryland, the District of Columbia, which border on our state, Massachusetts, Iowa, a number of others allow same-sex couples to marry. We frequently have them looking to move to Virginia. And I'd like to be able to tell them that yes, there's no ambiguity here. You as a married couple are entitled to take title as tenants by the entirety. It gives you the most creditor protection, the most survivorship, the best form of title that a married couple can have.
Thank you, Delegate. Very interesting proposal. Instead of passing a bill which may be contrary to the Virginia Constitution, have you thought about the opportunities that individuals may have to take title as joint tenants with the right of survivorship? Because that essentially provides the same benefit that taking title as husband and wife does in terms of when one individual dies, the property would pass automatically outside of probate to that person.
That's right. I have thought about that. And typically I will recommend, I say given the state of law here in Virginia, the next best alternative, but I do see it as a next best alternative, would be to take title as joint tenants with a common law right of survivorship. But it doesn't give them the enhanced creditor protection. Something that the legislature thought was so important, we wanted to make sure it was preserved a few years ago for couples that moved their property into a living trust. We amended the statute to say, hey, when you move into a living trust, you retain that tenants by the entirety protection. So clearly it's, although it may seem minor, it's something that we've demonstrated was an important property right we want to preserve for fun.
Mr. Chair, members of the committee, Chris Freund, Family Foundation, I think Delegate Peace mentioned the fact that this is probably a violation of the constitutional amendment defining marriage and that prohibits the Commonwealth from recognizing same-sex marriages from other states. So for that reason, we would oppose the bill.
The motion is to allow to lay on the table House Bill 419 that is non-debatable. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it. Thank you, Doug. It's 9:40.